名前の方も気に入ってるんです。アブソリュートドラゴンシャッター。
Alright, what is going on, guys? SpitefulHopes back again, coming at you with pretty much the shit you summon. However, I do want to go over this real quick. Be very careful. Make sure to do PvP. If you have the tickets, do PvP as much as you possibly can after. If you don't do PvP, hoard up your PvP tickets and just start collecting them so that way you can do this immediately. You have to do 100 Brave battles in order to complete one of the orders, and that will allow you to get the special move source. Unfortunately, they're forcing you to do Brave battles. You don't have to win, you just have to complete. All right, what another thing you can do is literally just like go in and just auto push like one of the the attack button. Just make sure that you do PvP. Okay, I don't want anyone missing out on a special move source because they decided to put PvP as a requirement. Next on the list, this is going to be the banner. I don't think the banner is that bad. However, I do want to go over the rates. The rates kind of bug me a little bit because this is the 50 orb multi for a 3% chance, 150 orb multi for a 3% chance. Then you have to do 200 orbs for a 4% chance, and then step forward, you can only do it one time for a 6% rate for 250 orbs, 6% chance. After that, on the 5th multi, it is 8% rates, but you only get 9 actual pulls because you are guaranteed 1 5-star character, and you will get like some freebies like the free skill keys, Hogyokus, Hogyoku Wills, Revival Candles, and 3-star Power Hearts. Note that after you go to the 3rd step, you are pretty much gambling with your life at that point. Step 31 is going to be a standard 6% rate banner, and then it's going to be 250 orbs, and you get 1 free skill key and 20 free droplets after you spend like $900 on this banner, assuming that you're assuming you went down to 0. Okay, so going into the characters themselves, the characters for Noel looks really busted. Nini actually got shafted really hard, and I want to go over why I believe I made a mistake. As I was going over the gameplay that Caleb had shown when it comes to Nini, you'll see here that the 3rd strong attack actually deals 4,200 damage. A range collision shave attack would normally deal significantly less damage than that because the mags are lower. If I go into Nini, and you'll see why Caleb did some fake news real quick. You'll see that the magnifications for the SA3 is actually 120%. However, the SA1 is only 40%. So just straight up by just simple math, the damage should be 1/3. Okay, the damage should be 1/3 of the third strong attack. However, in the actual gameplay that we got, you'll see that this character is dealing 4,000 to 5,100 damage with her 3rd strong attack. However, when you actually go to the 1st strong attack, boom, you'll see that this 1st strong attack is actually hitting for like 5,000, 4,033, right? Like I'll zoom in a bit, 4,316. So this 1st strong attack is not hitting with the proper magnifiers that it's supposed to in order to actually showcase the damage. We will actually get to see this more when it comes to the official gameplay that we get on Twitter, but I just wanted to give that up. I just wanted to, rest my case as to why I believed it was a beam, since we're one-shotting everything and we're dealing the same damage, if not more, than the 3rd strong attack. Okay, there we go. Now that I like hopefully fix my reputation real quick. Going into the character herself, Nini does look very good on paper aside from her 1st strong attack. Strong attack recharge minus 14% with an Arankar and no affiliation killer. Bruiser of 40%, Berserker of 60%, Devastation 60%, Frenzy, Havoc 20%, Nullify range resistance 100%, and Sprinter +1. Now I did talk to Death Smasher about this, and he said it does look like it does push the enemy back, but my logic was the damage doesn't make sense because the 1st strong attack should be significantly less than the 3rd strong attack if it hits that many more times. Because if you look at it, if you go into the attacks, you'll see that this 1st attack actually has max 12 hits as opposed to the 8 hits of the 3rd strong attack with a 40% magnification. So I mean, it's done like that to kind of balance it out, but I mean, it is what it is. Going into the character itself, 1st strong attack is going to be the shave-like attack, just like Uryu, just like Makoto. However, one thing to note is she doesn't have guard break. That's gonna hurt a lot when it comes down to it. Now you can use her as a melee/range unit. However, like that 1st strong attack, not being able to guard break range characters is like range guard characters is gonna hurt, because that is not sharpshooter. That is just straight up, oh yeah, if the character were to take only 1 damage, no matter guard or no guard, that character is not going to be useful there, right? So she does have a full screen third strong attack. She does have a barrier second strong attack. The barrier is the same as let me see. Yeah, so the barrier is going to be the same as Uryu, Kisuke's, Senosuke's, and Tokinata and Hikone's. So just keep that in mind. The cooldown on it's going to be 40 seconds because it is a barrier style ability. You'll see here that it is barrier into step 1 vacuum vortex. Not a bad strong attack. At least I personally like that as a barrier skill more so than the just AoE around. I gotta fix my green screen. I think ever since I crashed into it. But yeah, 1200 radius, third strong attack, and then the shave like ability. I don't like shaves. I don't like shaves if they don't have guard break. And unfortunately, if you get this character, she's gonna. I'm sorry, guys. Like, it is what it is. She got shafted. Straight up. There no ifs, ands, or buts about it. She's literally Makoto. Like, is she literally Makoto? I think she's literally Makoto. Yeah, literally Makoto. And then the third strong attack. What is Makoto's third strong attack? Yeah, literally Makoto with Havoc, bro. That's tough. Damn, that's tough. Alright, but hey, at least Makoto got guard break. But, I mean, it is what it is. I feel like Nini is gonna have some, like, major competition to try to fill, like, shoes. Like, just straight off the bat, she's already competing with, Stark. And she's also competing with Zomari, because Zomari is honestly like one of the best tech characters in the game. Next on the list, Noel. Now Noel, in my opinion, is actually incredibly busted. Berserker 60%, no status elements, but I think that's fine. It's gonna hurt her a little bit in Guild Quest. I was talking to someone and he brought up a weakening, and weakening is definitely a very strong skill. But like in just regular standard PvE play, like unless you're doing Guild Quest, I don't think that she's gonna really be hurt by this at all. Like you're not gonna want her to run her as a main runner, but going into it, Berserker 60%, Bruiser 40%, Devastation 60%, Frenzy, Havoc 20%, Nullify range resistance 100%, so she can be used as a melee or range character in a lot of content, which is good, and Sprinter +1 and Strong Attack Recharge -12%. The reason that I like this Nullify range, Nullify melee resistance, even though it doesn't have a built-in guard break like the 5th anniversary characters, that will actually allow you to use these characters for Guild Quest. And for those that don't know, she has a Soul Reaper and No Affiliation killer, just like Nini has a Rankar and No Affiliation killer. So they have dual killers, and you can actually use these characters for melee and ranged weak for the appropriate Soul Reaper / Rankar killer, depending on who you're using. The first strong attack on this character is going to be the standard beam, which is godlike. The second strong attack is going to be the 960 AoE, which is godlike. And then the third strong attack is going to be the full screen third strong attack with Havoc 20%, makes it 1200, which is godlike. The fact that she has literally the best kit, in my opinion, in the game. I personally love the Lile Baro kit. I'm grateful that I pulled him. Like, she literally has, if you want to know what strong attacks are what, literally pop open Lile Baro, pop open Spirit Society Byakuya, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about in terms of kit. Like, she's an amazing, amazing, amazing character. And the fact that she has Berserker 60% and Havoc 20% means that this character is going to clap ass, bro. She will literally turn that dude around, spread his cheeks, and stuff that big black dong on. Okay. Anyways, she is a strong attack damage link, which I think holds her back as a link a little bit. However, she does have strong attack recharge as a skill, which I think is actually really, really good, because it's kind of like Desert Society Rukia, how she has Last Ditch as the soul trait, but then strong attack recharge as the skill. Because now she has a Berserker of 80% innately into the character. Keep in mind that this Berserker 60 does not take into account the SAD 20 link. That is going to be... That pretty much means that this character has like borderline near Frenzy +2. Not quite Frenzy +2, because more hits is obviously going to be significantly more damage, but like Berserker 80% with Frenzy, like y'all have seen that damage before when it comes down to it, because Kampachi does the same thing. Berserker 40%, strong attack damage +25%. When Berserker 40% was like the big thing, strong attack damage 25% means that he hit like a truck. Now, going into the actual filler pool, I'm only going to talk about the characters that I think are worth talking about. TLA Soifon, in my opinion, is still one of the best links in the entire game. Not only that, however, She's also one of the fastest units due to Transcendence. Now, Bruiser, 20%, Debilitator plus 2 seconds, Devastation 40%, Frenzy, Long Stride, and Sprinter plus 1. She is a Soifon, which means that she has 4 flash steps when she has Sprinter plus 1, and then Long Stride means that this girl zooms across the battlefield, and not only that, unlike Zomari, she actually kills. She actually finishes it off. But, yeah, so first strong attack, lunge, second strong attack, lunge, and then third strong attack, full screen, third strong attack. The thing is, this character used to be very, very readily available, so like for those that already have her 5-5, honestly, whenever a Narankar killer comes out, you already know you don't need to switch out of Soifon. Like, Soifon will get the job done 10 out of 10 times until Caleb decides to power creep the meta, but like, I just don't see them power creeping it to the point where this character will ever actually be useless or not worth transcending, okay? Alright, so we've gone over Noel, we've gone over Nini, we've gone over Soifon. Going into 3rd anniversary Ulquiorra, no affiliation killer. Devastation 40%, Enhancer, Frenzy, Poise, Sprinter plus 1. He has a Bruiser of 20%, which seems like it would be kind of like sus for a character that's meant to deal strong attack damage. However, I don't think it's necessarily the worst thing because he does have a charge to their strong attack. And his second strong attack does have a 40-second cooldown, and it is a barrier / buff to the team. I don't think that he's too shabby to run in Guild Quest, but I feel like he underperforms just because his only real moves are his lunge, and his third strong attack has very, very low range, right? You have the 750 radius. If you're running him on the sidelines, you're not maining him unless you have him 5-5 or something like that, right? Yeah, so that's pretty much that with this Ulquiorra. Not a bad character, definitely been power creeped to hell. Going into Kampachi, 788 spiritual pressure. He has a pretty good kit on him. We'll go into that in a second. Oh yeah, right. He's exactly the same thing, even on his Switch version, which is funny. So, enhanced strong attack damage link. Hidden enemy chance 100%, so he doesn't need the Zeta pill. Poise, Sprinter plus 1. Berserker 40%, Devastation 60%, and Frenzy. Bruiser 40% is kind of wasted on this character. One thing to note is that he does have a transformation mechanic on his ultimate, which means that he actually resets all of his cooldowns when he uses it. So that you can pop off all 3 of your strong attacks, use his ultimate, get them all back. Sorry, big breath. After that, after 30 seconds, he will transform back and reset all his cooldowns again. When he transforms, he gets an increase of 20%. Let me see. I think it's like 25%. So the magnification goes from 120% to 150%. So that is a 25% increase from 120 to 150 because that's 30 plus, right? And obviously his nat string gets some magnification to it, but like since you're not really using his nat string, it's not really that big a deal. His first strong attack is a standard lunge, second strong attack is the 2500 belt beam, and then his third strong attack is the 1000 radius full screen third strong attack. Very, very strong character, definitely good to like transcend and whatnot. He does have a Soul Reaper killer too, so like he's so good in Soul Reaper killer week, especially if you're a new player and you don't really have much to go. Like the fact that he resets his cooldowns definitely helps. All right. Next on the list, 4th anniversary Ichigo. I don't think that he's really too, like, I don't really want to talk about him too much because I feel like he kind of flopped on arrival. He was meant to be like an Unohana destroyer, but like we already had Noitora, and Noitora to this day still does it better. Berserker 30%, Devastation 20%, decrease captain damage taken minus 20%, prevent brave battle healing, but no one really heals unless you're using like unless you're like trying to like find the matchup against Uryu. And then you have Poise, Flurry, Sprinter plus 1. He's not a bad character. I feel like the fact that they gave him Captain Killer kind of hurt him because like if he had a PvE killer, I think he actually would have been really, really, really strong. And they gave him Last Ditch Survival as his link instead of damage reduction. And damage reduction is so powerful in PvP that it's not even funny. Next on the list, Lisa. Not really much to her. Weakened defense on her ultimate, so you can use her to help nuke. Frenzy, Debilitator plus 2 seconds, Devastation 40%. I don't really want to go too deep into her because she's not really all that, but I do want to talk about her second strong attack. Her second strong attack is a shockwave style ability, 160 magnifications. This actually hits so many times, 48 times. If you actually get up onto the enemy and use her second strong attack and you're like right next to him, you're nuking. That hits like a truck. For those that have played with 1000 Year Blood War Shunsui and you'd like his second strong attack, you guys know exactly what that second strong attack is. She has a lunge first strong attack and then a full screen third strong attack. Not a bad character. to be honest, but like she's not really all that because she was given like a holo killer, and there's just better alternatives, like Rukia for example, and Mind Tensa and Noel. Now these characters, in my opinion, are mainly useful in content like Senkaimon, where you need to burn the enemy to death because you might not have the bonuses that you need to actually take down the boss. The fact that they push back the enemies very, very much with their crawling vortex and their pushback shave style ability makes them actually not bad for Senkaimon stages that you need to cheese. Next on the list, Shinji, damage inflicted at low stamina link. He's not really all that great unless he's like bonus in epic raids. Even then, I feel like there's just better alternatives. Not really much else to talk about him, but I mean that's pretty much the banner. It's not a bad banner. Like the fact that there's only 10 characters in here actually means that you don't have to worry about like the 12 character really bad raids characters. If I click over here, I'm trying to see what the individual pull rate is, if it's 6% chance. Let's see, so 10 divided by, no, it's 2 divided by 10, so it's 20% chance when you pull a 5-star. Yeah, so if you pull a 5-star, you have a 20% chance that it'll actually be a banner character. That's not bad odds, I don't think. Like 3 divided by, what is it normally, 12 is usually like a little bit higher, right? 3 out of 12. Yeah. So the rates would normally be higher, but I will say this though, I am grateful that they didn't put another 2 characters in here. If they put another 2 characters in here and they were bad or mediocre, like the Lisa, Tensa, Nell, Shinji, honestly, I'd say skip this banner. I'm not even joking. There's no individual banners, which really sucks. There are 30 steps in this banner, guys. The fact that there's 30 steps, I don't think is necessarily a bad thing. Being able to like loop the 10 step, bro, I've seen so many people get 8 going past step 10. At the very least, now they can go to past step 10 and not feel like utter garbage when they don't get anything, right? So I mean, I wouldn't recommend anyone go past step 10, like, or even 30, but I definitely say like I'd say probably go to step 6. This is a collab banner. We don't know if they're gonna come back with better rates. They might not. Keep in mind that when they come back, usually they will come back with like 9. They'll usually come back with like 9 characters total in the banner. So I mean, they could come back with better rates, considering that this you have to unlock 6%, 8%. But like, you never know. You honestly never know. But I'm gonna leave it at that. You know, guys, grind on, catch up with me, stay blessed. I wish you all the best luck at your summons. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Yo, let me know what you guys think of this banner. Subscribe. I do have a 50% not subscribe rate, which is crazy, bro. So if y'all could drop a sub, I appreciate it. And yeah, hit that notification bell if you want to stay up to date with all my content. Stay blessed, y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one. I will be streaming this banner. I was gonna do a collab, but honestly, I don't want to go that deep in this banner. I already have. I always expect to have everything in the banner, and I do, except for like the actual banner. So I don't really want to spend like $800 trying to like pull these characters that I don't actually even need. I'll be real with you, I don't need it. Like, I have Uryu, I don't need Nini. I have what's this? I have Candace. I don't really need Noel. I want them, sure, but breaking the bank for it just doesn't seem. It just doesn't seem responsible, you know. Stay blessed, y'all. See y'all in the next one. Peace.